We're back! Hello everybody, welcome with me, Cindy Nell Roberts. I'm here with Dr. Maureen Allem, the founder and guru at Skin Renewal and my personal esthetician. Today I'm talking to Dr. Moore about Resteeme. Now, I don't know if you've heard about Resteeme, but it is the word on everyone's lips, and it is bioregeneration that everyone's talking about is going to be changing the game in the beauty world.
At Skin Renewal, we combine doctor-led care, cutting-edge technology, and a holistic approach to deliver personalized solutions that truly transform your skin. Just what you need right now.
So what does it do?
So it's extended bioregeneration. That's why we call it Resteem X. So there are three of them.
So wait, extended bioregeneration.
So it's even better than bioregeneration.
Okay, so you have to learn this stuff, because if you're going to be putting it into your face and your skin,
you have to know what it's all
about.
Absolutely. So what it is a bioregenerative filler which contains a mixture, combination. So it's a hybrid injectable. So it's not a filler, injectable that's going to give you volume, because a lot of our patients are very skeptical of these overfilled faces and these alien faces with huge cheeks, huge lips. So what this does is regenerate your skin. And why it's so amazing, it's a combination of a medium molecular weight and a very low molecular weight hyaluronic acid. But what makes it so special is that it contains the resurrection molecule. Have you ever heard of a resurrection plant that grows in the desert?
They completely die
and shrivel up.
And then when you rehydrate them after winter, they just completely bloom again. What is the ingredient called with a T? Trehalose.
So this is the incredible ingredient that they realized, and they're starting to put into skincare. And it's totally amazing, because what it does, trehalose is a sugar molecule, but what it does, it forms a protective layer over the proteins in the plant and in your skin, so your collagen and elastin. So when you have no hydration, the plant shrivels up. But as soon as it gets that drop of hydration, it comes to life. And that's why they call it the resurrection molecule.
So this resurrection molecule must work very closely hand in hand with, obviously, hydration.
Absolutely.
So water. So it draws the water from your skin.
Yes.
And it draws water up.
Yes, so that combination of the two different weights of hyaluronic acid plus the trehalose, so it protects the hyaluronic acid you're going to inject. So it's a non-cross-linked hyaluronic acid. And normally these non-cross-linked hyaluronic acids last 2 weeks. But because you've got the trehalose, it also forms a molecular cover over hyaluronic acid and protects hyaluronic acid. So that's what's so incredible about it. So it makes the non-cross-linked hyaluronic acid work for 2 months. So you've got extended benefits from the trehalose.
And how long? Wait. Okay, so let's just pause there for a second and just recap what Dr. Moore said. So I think what's very important is none of us nowadays want that alien face. We don't want that puffy, overfilled face. And a lot of people are talking about that. When you think about fillers, you think about and you cannot indefinitely fill your face. So this is not the solution to indefinitely just add filler and add filler and add filler, which is why Resteeme and the trehalose has made such a big impact in the medical world, because it is a slow process that gives your skin the ability to anti-age, to hydrate, and to renew. So bioregeneration. So you don't instantly get this gratification of filler, but it is a long process. And how long does it take for you to see results?
Okay, so you do get an instant thing, because you're hydrating your face to have a full, instead of being dehydrated, especially now in winter, you do get that beautiful glow, that fullness from that non-cross-linked filler that's going to last 2 months.
So fullness, but not puffiness.
No.
Okay.
But then what is so amazing is that what the trehalose does. So you do get, different hybrid fillers that have high molecular weight, low molecular weight. But what makes this different is the trehalose. And why trehalose? So from the age of 20, every year your skin glycates. You have glycation of your skin from the sugar in the food, from our diet, at like 3.7% per year. So you can imagine by the time you get to 40, 50, how much glycation there is in the skin. And what is glycation? Glycation is the cross-linking and gumming up of all your proteins. And what are your proteins in the skin? Collagen and elastin. So it makes it sticky and almost like caramelizes your skin. So as the years get, as the years go on and you walk down this path of life, you start getting this collagen and elastin that's not functioning quite correctly, and it's become stiff and brittle. And that is what glycation is. Okay, so what the Trehalose does is that it resurrects that collagen and elastin and protects it and softens it up so it's not so hard and brittle. So that's the one function.
Isn't it incredible what is available now?
And
what I mean, every month something is coming out where I'm thinking, thank you, I'm just never going to age.
And I'll explain how this all came about, how they put the Trehalose into this product. And then the next problem we have with aging skin is that you get inflammation. And we know that inflammation impairs your barrier. Inflammation causes aging of the skin. So we need to calm that inflammation down, and that's exactly what Trehalose does. Trehalose, together with these
inflammation is aging, which is why we always say eat greeneries, anti-inflammatory
eat the
foods.
Rainbow, don't eat too much sugar.
No sugar, anything that causes inflammation, stay away from that.
That's to do with
Trehalose counters that.
Yeah.
And then the third thing
is oxidation.
Oxidation,
so anything that causes rust in your skin. So what oxidation is when molecules start stealing from the next molecule to counteract the fact that you've lost a positive ion. And that is what happens, like when you cut an apple and within a day that apple turns brown. That is oxidation. Okay. So it causes rusting inside your body. So it also stops the oxidation of cells in your skin.
No, sorry. How long did you say does it last? Did you say how long it lasts?
Because it's got the Trehalose, it lasts about 2 months, and it does its magic in 2 months, and then leaves the magic behind.
Okay.
So the hyaluronic acid slowly breaks down.
So how often do I have to go for it?
So what?
Because I'm going to be doing it today.
Okay.
Very
so what
excited.
we're going to do, we do a treatment, and then a month later you can do another treatment, and then you should be fine, depending on your age.
So what if I have very wrinkly, like old skin, and I've never done any treatments, and my skin is all saggy? Can I still do this?
No, absolutely. So we always start with Resteem X because that primes the skin. So before you even do a botulinum treatment, or you do a filler treatment, or you do in-clinic treatments like peels, radio frequency, it's best to prime your skin so that you've got a great canvas to work on.
So Resteem X. Okay.
Resteem X to prime the skin, that is the foundation of the treatment. And then if you have really crinkly,
saggy
skin, then we're going to have to do another one a month later.
Okay.
And you can, space it in between your in-clinic treatments as well. But always start with Resteem X, okay? Because that's got the Trehalose in.
Now, is that the actual name that you ask for, Resteem and Resteem X?
Yes, Resteem X, yeah.
So if you can only do one thing, that's what you
Resteem
should
it.
do. I mean, I want to do all the things, but some people can only do one thing.
So do the Resteem
so
X.
So you do the Resteem X, wait, and then do the Resteem.
Yes. Yeah, and then perhaps do another Resteem if your skin's really bad, and then if you want to do an injectable,
Okay, so we can always rely on Dr. Moore for a very technical breakdown of exactly what everything is, because she is the expert and she is the doctor. And obviously, I mean, if you are going to be using these treatments, you should want the technical breakdown. You should want to understand what you put into your skin. And I do, and I love to learn about it because it also makes you feel safe. It makes you feel that you can trust, and that's the wonderful thing about Skin Renewal, is you can trust when you come here that you have done all the research for us. But just to encapsulate, the non-technical, what does it do for you that you can rely on will be the effect that it gives you afterwards?
You're going to regain your self-esteem when it comes to your skin. I think that's they use the play on the word, Resteem.
So you can rely on tightening?
Yes, because when you're collagen, so it stimulates collagen and elastin, and that takes a bit of time. It's not overnight because there's a whole process that goes on. You get the like little bit of inflammation, which the Trehalose is also dampening down. You need like micro injuries into the skin, micro inflammation. Then you get collagen stimulation, and that takes up to 90 to 120 days. And then, very much like a wound contracts down, you get remodeling of the skin, and that's when you get the tightening. So it takes about 90 to 120 days to see the lifting and the tightening of the skin. But then, if you do want to lift, you do the Resteem X as your foundation, and then you go on to the Resteem L. That's the lifting one. And that we inject in certain points, we call it bad points, all over the retaining ligaments to lift. And that's a high molecular weight hyaluronic acid.
So this is a very new treatment. How long has it been around?
Well, it was launched last year in July in Paris, so it's been
and
around
of
not
course,
even a year.
Skin Renewal
and
already has it, already on top of it.
There's always hope for your skin. You can always, we can never take you back, 20 years, but you can just be the better version of yourself. When you look in you do it for yourself. You don't do it for other people to say, look how gorgeous it is. When you look in the mirror, you wake up in the morning, you don't look, oh my gosh, I'm really getting old. It just gives you a little bit of self-esteem back.
Thank you so much. I always love hearing about the latest, greatest treatments from you. I love that you always know first what's going on. We can always rely on you. Thank you for doing all the research and for being able to trust that you know what we're putting into our skins. The takeaway words for you today is Resteem, Bioregeneration, Trehalose, if you want to research that ingredient from the plant, that is incredible. And really that this is a game changer in the world of skincare. There is hope for all of us. We are just going to be reverse aging. That's what's happening here. Look at me now. Look at me in 10 years from now. I'll still look the same, darlings.
Great.
Thank you, Dr. Moore.
Thank you.